The Outlander fandom wasn't prepared for the moment Sam Heughan casually dropped a revelation that detonated across the internet within minutes. During what was supposed to be a lighthearted interview, he mentioned a baby name he once came up with together with Caitriona Balfe. The host froze, unsure if she heard correctly. Fans who watched the clip in real time nearly stopped breathing. It felt like a secret slipping out before Sam realized what he had said. Within hours, hashtags like #BabyNameGate, #Sam and Cait, and #Outlander explodes surged across social media platforms. No one could understand how Sam, always measured, always careful, could reveal something so intimate and unexpected. Outlander fans knew the duo had shared countless emotional and professional milestones, but a baby name? That was new territory. Suddenly, the fandom was alive with theories and speculations. People wanted answers. To uncover why this tiny detail caused such chaos, fans began revisiting the earliest days of Outlander filming. Season 1 had demanded emotional vulnerability that few actors ever experience, including intense childbirth scenes for Claire. Sam and Caitriona had spent hours together preparing for those moments, discussing lines, story arcs, and even improvising emotional beats. It was during that time, according to Sam, that they joked about what they would name their fictional baby. But now, the clip made it sound like something far more meaningful. Some fans recalled a behind-the-scenes interview from years ago where Sam hinted that he and Caitriona used to create backstories for their characters to deepen their connection. At the time, people assumed he meant details about Jamie and Claire. But now, viewers rewatched that clip and swore Sam hesitated before saying, their characters. It was as if he had almost revealed something more personal. This new baby name confession reignited that suspicion. What made the situation explode further was the way Sam described the moment he and Caitriona chose the name. He said it happened during a long night on set when they were both exhausted but emotionally synced in a way only actors in deep roles can understand. According to him, the name just felt right, like something that belonged to both of us. The simplicity of the statement sent shockwaves through the entire fandom. People couldn't stop talking about it. The intrigue grew even stronger when fans realized no one had ever heard this story before. Not in interviews. Not in behind-the-scenes specials. Not at conventions. It was a detail Sam and Caitriona had kept buried for nearly a decade. That raised a single burning question. Why now? Why did Sam reveal something so delicate after years of silence? Theories multiplied with every passing hour, each more dramatic than the last. Clips resurfaced showing Sam and Caitriona in deeply emotional moments during early Outlander seasons. Their comfort with each other, their laughter, their close physical proximity, it all seemed amplified in hindsight. Fans began comparing those clips with Sam's new revelation, pointing out pauses, looks, and inside jokes they once thought were harmless. Now, everything seemed to point toward a bond stronger than fans imagined. Skeptics tried to calm the storm by insisting the name was merely for their character's baby. But those voices were quickly drowned out when fans noticed Sam used the phrase, "We picked a name we both loved," instead of referring to Jamie and Claire. It was a subtle difference, but it changed everything. It made the moment sound personal, between Sam and Caitriona, not their roles. The fandom erupted again. The turning point came when entertainment sites picked up the clip and plastered headlines like, "Sam Heughan reveals baby name shared with Caitriona. Fans lose their minds." Suddenly, this wasn't just fandom chatter. It became mainstream entertainment news. Reporters demanded follow-up interviews. Comment sections exploded with debates. Public interest skyrocketed, and the revelation became one of the biggest Outlander-related stories of the year. Yet what truly ignited a deeper level of curiosity was a claim made by a former crew member. They anonymously commented on a fan forum. That baby name moment wasn't a joke. It meant something to them back then. Screenshots of the comment went viral instantly. People were stunned. For the first time, someone who had been there implied the moment carried emotional significance, not just playful creativity between co-stars. The fandom spiraled into a frenzy of speculation. Old footage of Caitriona preparing for labor scenes with Sam resurfaced, showing them whispering to each other, laughing, and holding hands for grounding techniques. Fans now wondered, was the baby name chosen during one of these intensely emotional rehearsals? Did the name symbolize something deeper they never intended to share? Every tiny clue fueled larger theories. The pressure intensified when fans noticed Caitriona's reaction in a more recent interview. When asked indirectly about babies on the show, she hesitated, offered a tight smile, and quickly changed the subject. People froze the frame, zoomed into her expression, and analyzed her body language. To them, it looked like she was hiding something. The mystery only deepened. By this point, the fandom had reached a boiling point. Everyone wanted to know what the name was, what it meant, and why Sam had revealed it now. And before the chaos could calm down, an insider dropped one more bombshell. The name wasn't chosen just for the show. It holds a secret both of them promised to keep. The internet erupted. And the world waited for the next revelation. As the buzz reached global levels, fans waited desperately for someone, anyone, close to Sam or Caitriona to clarify the truth. But silence surrounded the situation like a storm cloud ready to burst. Every hour without an explanation made the baby name mystery feel more real, more intimate, more emotionally charged. What had started as a casual comment now resembled a confession Sam never meant to make. The world watched closely for the next crack in the story. The tension grew when a second insider stepped forward with a statement that sent shockwaves through the fandom. They claimed the baby name wasn't created as a joke or for a storyline. It was part of a moment Sam and Caitriona shared during a deeply emotional night on set. According to them, the two actors were rehearsing a difficult scene when something in the atmosphere shifted, and the conversation moved from character-driven to personal. The name, they said, became a symbolic anchor for both of them. Fans could hardly breathe. This insider refusal to give specific details only amplified the drama. They said, it was never meant to be public. It belonged to them. Those 6 words spread like wildfire. People began wondering if the name represented a private promise, a creative bond, or an emotional turning point. Was it tied to a memory? A dream? A moment that blurred the line between performance and personal truth? No one knew, but theories erupted everywhere. Meanwhile, Caitriona's team remained silent, offering no denial, no confirmation, not even a vague dismissal. That silence became its own answer. Fans noticed how press outlets started adding cautionary language, rumored, possibly, suggested by a source, yet still kept the story alive. The lack of a straightforward response made the situation even more explosive. The public began believing that something deeper was being carefully protected. Sam, too, avoided the subject entirely in the interviews following the viral clip. Observers noted his careful tone whenever Outlander or Caitriona came up. He smiled politely but didn't joke as freely as usual. His eyes softened when her name appeared, almost with a sense of nostalgia. People speculated he regretted revealing the name. Others believed he finally let slip a truth he'd kept locked away for years. Either way, his quietness fueled the fire. Then, in a twist no one expected, a crew member who had worked on the earliest Outlander seasons posted a cryptic message online. The name wasn't for a baby. It was for something else. The internet exploded again. Fans dissected the statement word by word. What else could the name represent? A code name? A symbol? A shared fantasy? A secret inside joke? No one had a solid answer. But the phrasing confirmed one thing. The moment wasn't fictional. It mattered. As theories spiraled, attention shifted back to Caitriona. She was spotted leaving a studio looking tense, avoiding questions from reporters shouting about the baby name scandal. Observers noticed she looked emotional, tired, thoughtful, weighed down by something unspoken. Entertainment news sites speculated she was struggling with how to address the situation, especially with Tony McGill inevitably drawn into the narrative. The drama now spilled into her personal life. Tony's reaction became a focal point. Some outlets claimed he was upset by the revelation, wondering why a private moment between Caitriona and Sam had been kept secret for so long. Others reported he was more puzzled than angry, questioning whether the baby name represented something he'd never been told. Fans wondered whether this resurfaced bond threatened the carefully maintained boundaries of Caitriona's marriage. The speculation was relentless. The fandom then uncovered an old clip of Caitriona being asked whether she and Sam ever had inside jokes on set. She hesitated, looked down, then said softly, "We have one that we never talk about." At the time, no one paid much attention. Now, fans were convinced she was referring to the baby name. The emotional undercurrent in the clip suddenly felt overwhelming, like a hint hiding in plain sight. Day by day, the mystery transformed into something larger, a symbolic representation of Sam and Caitriona's entire relationship. It wasn't about romance. It wasn't about scandal. It was about a bond shaped by shared vulnerability, trust, and years of performing some of the most emotionally intense scenes in television. Their connection had layers, and this baby name had peeled back one of them. Then came the final spark. Another insider revealed that Sam and Caitriona had agreed, early in their partnership, to keep one thing just for themselves. Something untouched by the industry, fans, or publicity. Something sacred. According to the source, that something was the name. It was a symbol of grounding, a reminder of why they trusted each other so deeply. And when Sam accidentally revealed it, he violated a promise neither had expected to break. This revelation reshaped the entire narrative. Suddenly, the story wasn't about a scandal. It was about a bond so personal that even the smallest detail held emotional weight. Fans began to see the moment not as gossip, but as a glimpse into a friendship, or something deeper, that had survived fame, chaos, marriages, distance, and time. The name wasn't just a name. It was a fragment of a world only they understood. As the dust settled, one lingering truth remained. Sam and Caitriona may never reveal the full story behind the name, but they didn't need to. The world had already felt its significance.